I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been so for 8 years. My youngest is 8. My husband keeps demanding that I get a full-time job because we are living above our means and he doesn't bring home enough to cover our bills and save for the future. But yesterday, I found bank statements that he has been stashing $3,200 per month in a private account that I'm not named on, nor do I have access to. I want to take his to court and clean him out. I don't know whether to work this out together on my own. Sincerely, duped stay-at-home mom. My, sweating bullets on that one. Okay.
Gosh, this is not an uncommon scenario. It really isn't. Money is always a big issue. Not always, but it's often a big issue and one of the main issues that people get divorced. And wow, there's certainly a lack of trust there. I if she came to me initially as an attorney, I'd say, look through all the documents, get copies of everything, take them out of the house, and then confront him about what's going on.
Okay. Wait,
But
you would do that if you were an attorney litigator?
yes,
Aha.
I would. And I think I hate to, I mean, I think everybody should know what's going on in their family finances. And I think that I've had lots of clients that had financial documents removed when it looked like things were falling apart. So know what's going on in your family finances, no matter what. But in that situation, certainly she needs to confront him. And again, do you want to go to counseling? Do you want to try and work this out? Or is it over? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say just because that happened that she should pull the plug on the relationship, but that's a big breach of trust. He doesn't trust her. Now she definitely doesn't trust him. It's hard to function in a marriage if there's a lack of trust. So again, I'm not about breaking up marriages. So the first thing I would say is, if you guys looked into counseling, you might want to consider counseling, but make copies of all the documents. So,
And maybe I'm just thinking, Lenore, maybe she could, like, what would you say if in your advice to confront him, that she decides to confront him from, I know this is going to take a lot of emotional intelligence here, but I'm gonna throw it out, from a conciliatory perspective, instead of look what you've done, the documents, but instead, I mean, this could be really over. So if she feels that way, she could say, listen, I don't trust you, you don't trust me, there's really a problem. Maybe this is the end of the road for us because it's been rocky anyway. So maybe she could do that kind of confrontation towards, let's go to a mediator and see, clean this up, make this, bring a conclusion to this, instead of maybe going as wanting to fight. Because I know I would want to fight him.
yeah, I would, I guess and I think you're absolutely right. I mean, I would probably, if she was coming to me and saying, I don't want to throw away my marriage. I'm really upset. I can't believe this. I don't know what I'm going to do. One of the things that she could do is sit down and say, listen, I know money has been really tight with us. And, there just isn't enough to pay our bills. And maybe we should go to financial counseling and also say, because, I found this and it looks like you're squirreling away money. And this doesn't bode well for us down the road if we can't trust one another. And I'm willing to go to a financial advisor to help us sit down and see what we can do to get our finances in line and work with you on what solutions might be best. But if it's going to be your way or the highway, then maybe we need to talk about how we can go our separate ways, not in a nasty way, but maybe we're just not going to be able to approach life in the same way. But my first thing would be, and of course I'm lawyer mediator, but yeah, certainly make sure knowledge is a powerful thing, but then the first thing I would say is, and anybody who is in that situation, instead of letting it fester, why don't you try going to a financial advisor and seeing if you can get your ducks in a row? And the other thing is, even if you do end up breaking up, that's going to be a lot of great information that you're each going to get about how to handle your finances going forward. And that's one of the things in mediation too that people have an option with is there are people, financial advisors that are trained called certified divorce financial analysts, that in the mediation process, it's used more frequently than in the litigation process, where either each spouse or the spouses together can talk to the certified divorce financial analyst about what their assets are. And the divorce financial analyst will do a spreadsheet, give them some projections, and give them information that will be very helpful for them in terms of what's going to be the best way for the two of them to divide their assets if in fact they're going to get divorced.
What I like about your answer so far is you're trying to analyze what would be in the best interest of the couple, whether or not it's mediation. And I think that's a huge advantage that you have, that you bring that perspective of what's in their best interest. And it may be mediation, it may not be mediation. Versus, oh, let's mediate no matter what. I mean, again, I want to just acknowledge you for your heart and your skill, that you have the long range view for couples rather than the immediate satisfaction of your practice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, and I tell that to people that come to the consultation all the time. I don't want to accept couples if I don't think they're going to be successful in the process. I just wouldn't feel right about that. I want them to make sure that they're getting what they need in the process going forward to make sure that they're financially secure, however that's going to be. But yes,